Hey, Tia family, sorry, got cut off earlier. Back with another live. Here we go. Exposing. We're out here. Live in effects. It's 9:20 a.m. Namaste. Still feel like crap, but still pushing forward. I don't know what's really going on. Wish I could do a screen share. That'd be great. Let's see if I can pull this up. Hope everybody's doing okay. Trying to shake this bad vibes. They got me. It's like a feeding frenzy for negativity. I'm so tired. I don't do well with authority. So I took the dog to the store. We went out to the pet store. She did well. She got a little car sick. Let's see if I can show her. She likes her new bone toy. So she's just like, leave me alone. I want to rest. Had enough activities for today. But I got her a new bone toy, got her some healthy dog food, which is really expensive. It sucks, but what's the matter? You got your new baby. But they hit me pretty hard today. They won't let up. They're hitting me with like this clashing, like high pitched, like I can't even explain it. And they're trying to force it on me. They're trying to force programming, all this other stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be honest. They're forcing a lot of stuff on me, going through the back of the head, the back of the neck. Um, you know, it's just not fair. This isn't a fair fight. If this is, state Alabama and stuff like that, like I'm just ready to relocate. This is not for me. It's not fair. They're just like a bunch of weasels, honestly. Like I should be. It's my freedom and right to be myself and express myself freely. I don't need permission to do so. Hey, Melissa. I don't care who they are or what they are or where they're from, or it's my divine birthright to be in my state of being and claim that energy and stand in my power, which is mine. It doesn't belong to them at all. And they think that just because they're men, they look at me as just a female, so they think, they have a say so in the matter, but they don't. It's just getting out of control. Or, you can tell some of these guys really don't have a life. They're trying to program religion, like the whole nine. But I'm not stupid. So, but she's doing okay. She's tired. This seems to be like her spot over here where she sits in front of my Egyptian pictures I'm gonna hang up. Love you too, Melissa. Seems to be her little hideout spot. Got her babies. What's the matter? But had to get some training pads. I'm prepared. Training pads, carpet cleaner. I got my shampoo ready to go just in case. Got her some good dog treats, some good dog food. She'll be all right. But I hope you guys are doing okay. Gonna go out later today and buy a new dog bed. Oh, she likes to sleep on the bed with me, but she didn't let me sleep last night. She kept tossing and turning and getting up under my neck. So I'm gonna see if a dog bed will keep her comfortable so she's not tossing and turning. What's your matter? Are you sleeping? You're a big fluff ball. You're sleepy. What's your matter? You're a big fluff ball. Yeah, I have cats too, Melissa. I love them. She's a big fluff ball. She's so soft. Yeah, she's gonna be big. You can tell by her paws. Are you gonna be humongous? You got your baby. What's your matter? She's like, leave me alone, lady. I've never had a German Shepherd, so yeah, they try to send. Well, what they're doing now is they're using a directed energy weapon by force on my brain, trying to destroy my consciousness and my crown chakra. They're not allowed to do this. Like the things that they're doing, they can sit here and act like they know what they're doing. These are just scum. Right, they're just scum. And then they use a script. You need to get a praise. Like I gotta listen to that 24/7. Like I'm so sick of them following me around everywhere. It's like a bunch of computer dorks with some low life criminals that just won't leave me alone. Like the constant bothersome and harassment, because I'm a free for all. Uh, you know, yeah, Melissa, so do I. Like they're even making my skull crack in the back of my neck. Like I'm sick of it. Like they do it by force. These are scum that fear who I am. And they're always telling me, go back to sleep, go back to sleep, go back to sleep. These are cowards. Yeah, they always set up traps. But like for me, it's just being like it's a free for all. Like I'll have these fools like they do the most. Yeah, I don't think it's FBI either. Yeah, raw data. I always get it. Yeah, unlocking the Matrix. 9:30 a.m. Yeah, I've been getting the heavy number alignments. Yeah, raw data, I know. Yeah, I think so too, raw data. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. It's sad. This one's out like a light. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have like NSA in here, CIA, Redstone Arsenal. I think like places like NASA and stuff. The thing about the witchcraft, I don't believe in witchcraft. They get pissed too. They want me to believe in witchcraft, and I don't. Like, I'll have some. They'll be like forcing religion and the idea and stuff like that. Like, they get mad that I don't believe in witchcraft. I don't believe in it at all. Yeah, I believe in intent and the manipulation of like using materialistic or physical items to amplify intents and synchronicities and universe and stuff like that. I don't I don't believe in witchcraft. That just gives a person more power to kind of label them as like some kind of mystic or something like that. And a person who does this to people is no mystic to me. They're just evil and they hold no power. I won't ever give them credit for like witchcraft or anything like that ever. Yeah, it's satanic ritual abuse. They do that to me quite often, all the time, and they just get away with it. See, I was talking to somebody yesterday about, a narcissist or an abuser is not going to stop doing what they're doing until they learn their lesson. They're going to keep on doing things until they learn their lesson. You know, these people need to learn their lesson. They can't go around hurting innocent people and abusing their powers and abusing innocence. Like, I got one of them trying to sound like a demon, going, like, nice try there, guy. But I'm pretty sure a demon doesn't uh, have a funny little accent. Yeah, I think so too, raw data. Yeah. Yeah, I got one guy in here who's envious of my hair. He's always putting his hands on my hair. He's like real grimy. Like straight up. Like, I don't know if he's Middle Eastern or African or what, but he's always putting his hands on my hair. And like I feel like trapped, and then he'll just like walk up to me and he'll rub his hands on my hair, which is straight envy, and then tell me you're so precious. No, I don't. They force it on me. Like this dude does it all day long. They all do it. They all feel like they can grab me, touch me, when they're attacking me. No, my dad can't help, Melissa. No, there's no way my dad could help. My dad's in another state. There's nothing my dad can do. I do, but they tear it down. They force this on me. See, a lot of people don't understand. They force it on me. I put walls up. Um, like I tried to use a shield. They won't let me use a shield. Like it's so bad. They won't let me do anything. Yeah, I believe you. I'm about to raise my vibes. Yeah, I have to run. I have to push them off me. I have to fight in the AI, hive mind, swing on them, hit them, throw stuff at them, because they won't stop touching me and won't get away from me. Like they always want to be around me. They won't get away. Like they act like they have no life. Well, they won't let me fight back. No, I can't. I'm not gonna bring my dad into this at all. But I guarantee if my dad was living in the home, that they wouldn't be doing a lot of the stuff that they're doing. I guarantee it. Yeah. Yeah, thou shalt not touch my anointed. And then they try to blame everything on me, why they keep getting closer and closer to me. Um, they try to blame that on me for the choices they make. They're capable of making their own decisions and choices. Nobody's doing it for them. So they're to take full responsibility for their actions. No, it's all done via hive mind and remote neuromonitoring. No, they know if they were in the flesh, I wouldn't let them get anywhere near me. I'd stop them in their jaw. They know that they can't get anywhere near. They know that I would not let them near me. The things that they do, they know they couldn't do it. I wouldn't let them anywhere near me. Yeah, that's what they do, raw data. They project it like a mirror. Yeah, Gene, no. It's all done via Hivemind. Like I'm all the way in this stupid AI. And then they'll put my mind in it, like they'll throw I feel like I'm kidnapped. Sometimes I feel like I'm being held hostage. Yeah. Yeah, I wish, Melissa. Um, I wish. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. No, Source isn't doing this. This is the ones that are against love, life, light, and God. They're literally antichrist. Bottom feeders. Yep, that's right, raw data. We're leaving whether they like it or not. I hate it for them. Now they want to try to stop the ascension process. 5G is anti 5D. They want to try to stop it by force. This dog is spoiled. No, it's not. It's the enemy. The enemy is anti Christ consciousness. The enemy is literally they're anti Christ, anti good, anti love, anti light. Are you up now? What's the matter? You going back to sleep? You don't want to get up. You don't want to bone. You're conked out, huh? Leave me alone, lady. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. I'm sleepy. Yeah, they try to take it from me, but I try to maintain it as best I can. They don't want me to have good energy. Ay. Mm. Sorry, you guys, eating chips. Hey, Charles. I didn't see you in the comment. Hope you're doing okay. They're hitting my head so bad. Mm-mm. Mm. Mental health plays a huge role in our training. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I think it's real important to, try to remain calm, but also take care of your brain. Um, Taking things like turmeric and ashwagandha root um, help a lot. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I take ashwagandha root, turmeric. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm ready for somebody to get these guys off of me. Like, one of them has the intent to harm. Um, Turmeric has a lot of benefits. There's so many benefits in turmeric. Um, yeah, you can look those up, Melissa. There's so many benefits from turmeric. Hey, you, okay, awake? Hope you're doing okay. I'm just over here eating my chips on the bed. Just eating some chips. Yeah, me too. I'm sorry, my friend. Did you just get robbed recently? I think so too, Melissa. I'm so sorry, my friend. Yeah, if you'd like, my friend, you can come on. I'm so sorry. What cowards. I'm so sorry. That is so sad. Yeah. Yeah, raw data. Yeah, I think so. Oh, wow. Wow, that is scary. Sorry, Melissa. Yeah, I agree, Rajada. I agree with you, my friend. Yeah, a lot of people don't, Melissa, unfortunately. Hey, my friend.
Oh, hi Christina, how are you?
How are
How are you,
you?
everyone? Hello everybody in the chat. How's everyone else doing? Better
Oh,
than me, I know.
yeah, hanging in there as best I can, sister.
Wow, you're
You doing all
brave.
right?
I, no, I got robbed last Thursday, early hours of the morning. Everything
Oh,
in my
God.
bag, everything we women carry in our bags. Mind you, I use a wheelchair as well as being a TI with physical ill health. So my phones, door keys, cards, money, everything you can imagine that I need was in that bag, and oh, it's a setup.
Yeah.
Seriously, these pre-Mason demonic police pranks.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go on? I'm not interrupting what you're doing.
No, keep going, sister.
Do you
You're
want to?
fine.
I mean, what I'm about to say.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll let you take the
Okay,
platform. Go ahead.
I'm in. I have to be careful. Okay. It's like anywhere in the world, isn't it, with this targeted program? And then you've got the
Yeah.
brain. Do you know about the technology, don't you? The brain interface
Yes.
and
Yes.
the NK Ultra. Well, my years ago, I have to give that bit of background to come into who I am now. I suffered attempted murder in 2002, and the serial killer went on. Please, if there's a warning, over 18s, if it triggers anybody, a warning now, it might be a trigger, NK Ultra trigger. Okay, what I'm about to say,
Okay.
if you've suffered as well a crime, I better disclaimer that for yourselves. Okay, I'm not going into graphics at all. I'm careful what I say on YouTube and your channel, and especially in England nowadays. Yeah, so that serial killer went on to kill 3 women in London. So I was able-bodied then, and I was well known nationally because I was campaigning for education rights for kids and stuff when I had them younger at the time, and I won my case. So I think
Yeah.
these people didn't like it. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint if I was set up with him to attack me. I never got justice then, you see. I was
Yeah.
used by the Met Police. The head of Met Police now in security, like Targeted Justice, one of their websites, is it .com or .org? If you go on that drop down menu for England, you will see the wanted picture of a guy. And he was a part of that murder squad team in 2003, right up to 2004, 5, when the case went to the Old Bailey in London. And I had the national press on my back. They ripped me to shreds, my private life, everything, because I was the only survivor able to tell what happened to me.
Yeah.
And the horrendous experience of all that is caused the PTSD label that they like to do. But I didn't know nothing about anything about targeting technology until 2018, you see. So, long story short, that's basically the only thing I've ever got diagnosed with the shock of that, and I live with that every day. Okay, so bringing it all these years on, I've been nothing but singled out, and what I've researched and found out, every serious offence, every which seems to be like a bad situation, a bad day, or bad situation, and even when I got one over, they never did anything then, the police. They never have. Okay, why now?
Yeah.
Why now? Knowing I know how it works now, the
Yeah.
program, and how they're behind a lot of it, and how the police informers I'm surrounded by them around it, and
Yeah.
how, yeah, and how recently they staged a fire in a flat opposite me, and that didn't work to get me out my flat, and how for 4 years they blocked to repair my disabled wet room. It's a bathroom. They blocked all that, and they've been
Yeah.
trying to. Yeah, I've been renting for 10 years, so they've been trying to get me out of here since I moved here.
Yeah.
So in England, when you need care in your own home, it's all by the council and the care company, and I was getting loads of abuse, physical abuse, as well. And
Yeah.
I reported everything. So I'm adding that in because it leads up to what I'm coming to. Because I got rid of them by 2014, and my own private friends know their ex specialists trained in their field, so they care for me now. Um, different times and stuff. And they know this targeted program because the way they have to come in and care for me is unbelievable. Anyway, point being
Yeah.
is, I'm very good at law. I, I had to study. We do, don't we? We have to survive somehow. So I studied law, and I uncovered a lot of kids, the sickness they do to kids, and I found out a local paedophilia ring and who's involved. And that was not recent. That's years ago. I kept quiet. I haven't mentioned nothing to nobody, not even online. Okay, I keep a diary, of course, but the very people involved one of them lives right next door. I didn't know that when I moved in. So ever since I moved in, he got friendly with the local police, Freemason, you know, at a local casino. And he got me invited to this casino across the road. And I'm not a gambler, it's just somewhere to go because I don't have a social life. And but I didn't realise it would be building up to where I am. I didn't realise he was going to be all linked up to where I am now. So, you know, I got set up by the police in 2015, a fake set up then, when 3 blokes threatened to hit me in the wheelchair. I called 999 and police did nothing, and they charged me for hate crime. That guy in that casino was not gay. No disrespect for anyone's sexuality. I'm the most liberal woman going. And so that's a state set up. So it's all, you know, it's been building up, building. So by
Melissa just
I got hit again by
and she wants to know if you get V2K.
No,
You're lucky.
I'm so sorry for anybody that does. That's
you're so nightmare. Lucky.
Yeah, I'm so sorry for anyone that is.
So the person that
in my opinion, you're going through electronic harassment and the with that on top. Yeah. Right. On the Friday, I was having so much shite in my flat they put a smart meter or something. The radiation is really bad here. I don't have a smart meter, but whatever they're bringing me with, I was really, really having a bad shite day. So the decision was made to go to the local shop. And I've always, if I've done that late at night in UK time, be about 10:30 at night, I've had no problem. I safety before.
Yeah.
And shop was open, called it, and next door it's only a small casino. I don't bet 20 pence a bet of £10 is not heavy better, is it? And I knew the stuff, everything, CCTV there. So I was there till about 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Pardon me, Christina?
Can you hear me okay?
Sorry, I didn't hear. Did you say something?
Oh, I was asking if the person that robbed you, did they get caught by any chance?
No, I'm coming to that.
Oh my God.
2 females in the casino. One didn't want to help the police. One described she saw the bloke come in and go up in the building, and then suddenly behind next to me was my bag, covered up, zipped up like a very heavy bag on the chair. It was secure, but I'd done that loads of times and no problem before. And he was tall, that's all I could see. It happened so quick. Yeah. And he literally, the height of the chair was the same sort of height as my wheelchair at the back. Yeah. And he leaned over, grabbed it, ripped it up and ran out that door. I screamed. Yeah. I was shocked. My door keys and everything was in it. How the hell was I going to get in? That's my first protocol. I screamed because I've never had that kind of emotion reaction to anything apart from 2002 when I got attacked. Yeah. It brought it all back. Everything I've ever gone through with a crime, it like flashed right in front of my eyes.
The trauma
it was
came back.
Yeah, I think it was done deliberate, and I'm not getting paranoid about it, but that's how I now, because I kept journals and pieces of paper and bits I remember, and a diary as well since then, and to piece it all together. And it happened the way it happened, and he was in the casino, and a guy that doesn't normally work there got transferred there for the day, and a gut feeling just told me it stunk of a stage major setup job for some reason. Why? Yeah, because they already know our passwords, the neuro monitoring side of it all, when they hacking into our stuff and all that kind of thing. And so why would they want to do that? Yeah. It's not necessarily the phones, the money, the cards and all that, and my personal insurance paperwork, passwords that went missing. They know, they're gonna know about you already with all that stuff. I think it's more to do with my psychological responses, if you get me, on the MK Ultra side to monitor the
Yeah.
response.
See, that's what I
Um,
have. I have the MK Ultra. Mine's
mm,
really, really bad to where, my MK Ultra, they feel like, I think mine felt real comfortable just because it's possibly where they are, or, they feel like they're just never going to get caught. I don't know. But it's just, my MK Ultra is so out of control.
Sorry to hear
Um,
that.
yeah, it's so out of control. And I think a lot of it has to do with me being, um, I hate to use the word naive because I am really nice and unconditional love, but I think that has a lot to do with it. And I'm just a petite
Yeah,
female. I'm completely harmless. So I think they take advantage of that, just being brutal and, um, chauvinistic and arrogant. They act like animals.
it's like I assume you're an empath. You've got
Yeah.
that natural, yeah, thought so, like me. Yeah, I
Yeah.
have, it's in my DNA, female bloodline. And we have that well from my grand side as well, my mum, and then throughout my brothers and sisters and me, well, my female line, obviously. And I've always been able to see through people, and always been able to. I used to do a lot of, in my old days, I was in business, so I would do natural healing,
Yeah,
Reiki,
same here,
natural
where I
health.
practiced holistic healing. I was a natural
Yeah,
healer and very
wow.
intuitive. My empathic gifts, where I was able to alchemy a whole room of energy and be in control of the whole environment, and alchemy other people's energy to be of service of the highest good.
Yeah,
And I could see through everybody.
yeah,
And it would only, I always got compliments and only received love and light in exchange. I would very seldom would I cross paths with a being that rejected my love and light energy. And if they did, they were always scared. Like they would always get scared off by my
yeah,
energy. And
yeah.
I feel like that's why these guys that are doing this to me have kind of entrapped me. Now they can act like they wouldn't do this to me out in the streets because, well, of course it wouldn't work.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah,
they're
because
sick.
when I research, I'm not into aliens and UFOs and that deception, but I'm fully aware of the spiritual. Losing my voice, excuse me. I'm fully aware of the spiritual. Hold on, sorry. UFOs and that. I keep getting hacked. I just got a second-hand phone and that got hacked within 2 minutes of buying it. Yeah, so with the empaths and with the psychological abilities, the psychic abilities, and we'd all have, we're spiritual beings at the end of the day. But you see, the mainstream religion I was raised into, it turned out to be a cult. That's when I uncovered a lot of these child abuse and rituals and things,
Yeah,
and so I try not to keep to the low vibrations. I try to keep above, and every time I do, they try to do something to make me go down in the
yeah,
vibration.
same
So
here. They attack my energy too
yeah,
to keep me in a
yeah,
lower state.
yeah, and this is where um they keep triggering me because it's like every time in UK I was offered X amount of money for what happened to me years ago,
Yeah,
but in England, if you are on disability or employment benefits, or don't know how it works in America, but over here you can't have more than 6 grand savings, which I don't have that kind. But I was paid over the years, um, that amount, so I can't take the rest, which was a lot, because it's UK's policy and it would create fraudulent their procedures and stuff. But I'm being accused for years of not cooperating with these public servants, and they're trying to put a mental health label on me, aren't they? Again, this is a big one though, and they're just working together with recent events. The blocking and repairs is on top, 4 years now. Recent events, for example, I did my affidavits of documents back in March last year, and nobody contacts me for 8 months. And just before Christmas, which is the anniversary date, what happened to me all these years ago, they sent me another letter to trigger me off, didn't they? They thought that was going to be the end of me, you know, psychologically. It wasn't. I just couldn't deal with the response. I fed up with it. And then Christmas, New Year period in England, the bank holiday dates and everything is all messed up, right? And then here we are. The first setup of the year was the flat opposite me. He tried to set fire to it. It's a stage set up with the fire brigade and police are all part of the gas line, aren't they? So they were outside doing all that 5 o'clock in the morning on the 3rd of January, just gone, a couple of weeks ago. That didn't work because I sussed out that was a sting operation. And then they had to do something else, haven't they? So they must have plotted this big time of the theft of my bag in the casino last Thursday at 1 a.m. in the morning, knowing that the cameras would be on in their place in the casino, and knowing how the neural monitoring works and the technology. Do you know about the implants, what they can do, all that too, in the body, the technology? Christina, I might have lost you.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah. Do
Sorry,
you know
guys,
about?
I had a phone call. Sorry.
You okay? I'm not holding you up doing what you need to do.
No, you're not. Sister, continue. No, you can talk as long as you want. You are fine. This is what I do lives for. I haven't had anybody on a live in a while, but this is what I do lives for. Hey, Murray.
Hello, Token 57. Hello in the chat. Oh, hello. Oh, hiya. I've emailed you. There's a guy in the chat in UK. Just to let you know, I've just emailed you, Murray, and I was going to give you a call today.
Yeah, you guys stay in touch with each other. I got I'm supposed to, believe it or not, I have some friends that are TIs that live in the UK. One of them I'm supposed to go visit. I'm hoping to get my passport by no later than March because I'm supposed to make a trip out there, and I'm hoping to possibly travel to Scotland to get away from a lot of my targeting. But I would like to go to somewhere like Scotland just to get away for a little while.
Yeah, if you can do that, it's a lovely place. It's just like Cornwall in England, where I'm from. Although it's now built up and the land sold off everywhere, but I think Scotland might be the last place of a natural beauty that you can find. But I do hope you were able to do that, because if I could have moved before the lockdowns in England for the past 2 years, I would have found a way. Because although you move, it still will follow you. But I just needed to like a fresh start. But it's not that simple. When you've got medical equipment, you got your physical wheelchair, everything else involved, not just the move. It's more difficult, shall we say? And get this. I can't believe they got to me. They got to every member of my family. So already, so I've got no support network. But my son, he doesn't realise he's a TI as well. Really? My daughter is, and she just doesn't want to talk to me for a long time. Adult daughter. And he gets it from his pert wife, and he's got a young 5-year-old daughter. So I think they've got to him somehow. I can't be specific because he's never there when anything really serious happens to me and I just need a call or how are you, mum, or anything like that. I don't get nothing. Serious stuff, I don't get. Simple, when it's his problem, it's one-sided. Yeah, but I'm aware how the manipulation of the mind happens, so I wouldn't be too surprised that he's getting his bad teeth, he's getting his hair fall out, and I swear to God that he's been radiated too. But he's very much in technology, physics, and all the crypto and all this stuff. And he really is doing his best, right? And I know he is a setup, TI. I mean, ever since I know now, both my kids were when they were babies, and my whole life. So it's generational, isn't it? It's not just single for an individual in the family. It was generational, like my mum and then my brothers and sisters when we were kids. And then it's just, I find when you link up the dots, my God, it's like a can of worms you open up. Which one to pick first, you know? But yeah, go back to being robbed. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was It was when I'd realised the door keys were in it, the flat door keys. How the hell was I going to get in? And I usually have a set of keys with my carer, right? But
Yeah.
this time, the only night I decided not to, because I thought I wasn't going to be out long, and I said I'd be alright, and I'll text you as soon as I'm on the way home, and meet me at home, sort of thing. It's when the bag gets stolen, doesn't it? So the police gets this. One of the female police says, "Oh, we're right. Well, we'll walk you home," which they never do. What, the gaslighting police? I mean, I have to be careful what I say because you never know who's listening. But
Yeah.
also, I couldn't come across as well. I didn't know. I couldn't react in any way because I was in
Yeah.
shock. So I just went,
Yeah.
okay, okay. That's all I could say. Okay, okay. I couldn't speak anything else. So she walked me home. I was in the wheelchair, and waiting for me at home was two police cars and about three police blokes, right? I didn't think to look at the collar numbers because I'm still in shock at what happened. And the tall one, said, "Oh," I said, "How are you going to get me in?" That's all I could think about. And I'm still in shock, by the way. I'm still like numb. And suddenly remembered there's a number for the housing on the communal in the main hallway board that they could have
Yeah.
used to ring. They could have rang that out of hours number to get a locksmith to drill the locks. They could have done that. Instead, you've got to,
Yeah.
this is ridiculous, really, what I'm about to say next.
Yeah.
And don't forget, I'm describing a 6'2" tall bloke, quite large build. He says, "Oh, I
Yeah.
try and see there's a window open." So round the back in the main communal garden area, he thought he could get through the small window, which was a small ground floor, by the way, a small window which was locked anyway. But he would never get through it because it's a security type window. So he comes back in, he tells his two colleagues he can't. And I was saying, "Well, why don't you call the housing again to get them out to drill the locks? And can't you?" And I said that to them. "Can't you drill the locks instead of using the red metal batten rattan? You know, when they break in people's homes for criminal things." Well, they had one of those red massive things on them. And then they had a bag of tricks, like a metal, a lever, some screwdrivers. They really wanted to force entry. Yeah, that's what the end game was, to force entry. Because when I had a heart attack and stroke in 2017 as well, they had to break in, the police then, to get the ambulance in to get me out. And I didn't know the direct energy, the technology can affect the body with the heart, you know what they do. And I literally froze. I couldn't move. I couldn't ring for help or nothing. And at that time, I was talking to my daughter-in-law before things went sour on Facebook Live, and she saw me. She saw what happened live, and she rang. She lives 300 miles away, and she rang 999.
Yeah.
So because of all that, it took housing then, all those years ago,
Yeah.
that time, 6 months to repair the door in the cold winter with no lock. So it triggered. It's like it just seemed like there's MK Ultra trigger all that again with breaking in the door last Friday. So then I had the one around from well, that was Thursday's date. So Friday was the 14th of January, just gone, and I had the one around with housing, the call centre. So 9 calls later, 24 hours it took later. By Saturday the 15th, 1 a.m. in the morning, an out of hours bloke turns up, a Polish bloke, to make safe the door. So I documented everything, dates, what times, who I spoke to, and I was definitely gaslighted on the phone by housing on top. It was a major, it wasn't just the robbery, it was all linked in together.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, let me just see yesterday. So I managed to get the lock to go out, to get the banking redone, sorted out and safe. And then I thought, while I was out, I'll go into the venue where I got robbed, and I'll ask to see the managers there. Before I went, I called up the head office phone number and asked them, do you know I got robbed in one of your venues? And does your management know? Because I would have thought, is a robbery like that, the police would contact head office too. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I spoke to a woman. She said nobody contacted her. They didn't even know. So I thought, this is a local job. It's a local Freemason police stitch up job. That's what my gut told me. So I thought, well, a good job I phoned her, because I got an email of a conversation. Because all I asked, I kept it simple. I said, I'll require the CCTV of me being attacked, my own data, my own image, nobody else's, and on top. So I got an email back, and I looked into it. I covered my back on this in case the police didn't do their job. And I went in the venue. It was hard to go in there because I was shaking like anything. My God. And I thought, I had, I don't know, I needed a coffee and I needed to see how I felt. Excuse me, I'm choking a bit apple.
Yeah.
And I don't know about anybody else, when you had something bad happen to you. Excuse me. Oh, just eating something. It went right down the wrong hole. So I went in there, Christina, and one of the blokes that works there, his body language gave it away.
Okay.
He was surprised. Yeah. As I had a gut feeling it would be like that. And I recorded the interaction. I had a second-hand phone I brought with a recording app. And his whole body language, he was keen to know more. His whole body language. I kept it simple to the point. And I said, I'll contact the head office to let them know what happened. Because apparently the police, I take it, haven't been in here yet. And he said, no, the police haven't got the CCTV yet from so we're now Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It takes them 4 days and they still ain't got the CCTV images. So they weren't that urgent, is it, for them? So so I said, oh, okay. Well, here's the email. I contact the head office to get the data and CCTV images myself for my own personal use. Anyway, so I left a couple hours later. As soon as I get home, about 7 p.m. last night, by 8 o'clock, I had a cold call visit to my flat door without consent by the police, the very 2 police officers. Also, they have body cameras on them, and what they're meant to do, yeah, before they have interaction with anybody, they're meant to tell you that you're being recorded on their cameras. They didn't. I didn't know it was at the bloody door. I'm in the middle getting my late dinner, okay, and they basically, because knock on the door, that guy who took my bag, it could have been anyone, innit? So I said, who is it? And all this is how they should identify them as the collar numbers. They didn't. They just said they were police. Now, did they expect me to panic or something? So I quickly recorded on the recording app the interaction. I kept cool. Did they expect me not to be calm? Because when I recorded the call, the way the young blonde female she was too quiet. She didn't hardly say nothing. And then she was timid in her body language. She didn't hardly say nothing to me. Oh, how are you? And the usual reaction you might generally get. She wasn't like that this time. But all the talking came from the tall, 6 foot tall police bloke, collar number 992. And it's like he was authoritarian tone of voice, but trying to be like diplomatic at the same time. And so I noticed that straight away. So, oh, we just come round to see how you are. When they use, I don't know if anybody else knows this, but in England, when they use that term, it's a welfare check.
Oh, really?
It's a mental health welfare check. But they don't.
Uh-oh, you're cutting in and out. I don't know, did we lose you?
In the okay, I'm not in their job, so I. Pardon me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. They keep hacking me. The worst hack individual going.
Yeah.
My strings.
I think we're losing you now.
Me to be. Is that okay? Am I going off again? Is the
You're
sound
cutting
okay?
in and out.
Oh my, they're hacking me. Well, anyway, just put, if you can hear this now, I won't keep it on. Yeah, I can feel the phone getting hot.
Yeah.
I can feel they're hacking it. So I won't say too much now. But just be careful out there, because anybody, it doesn't matter what country you're in, the way the world is now, this is, you know, if they go to this extreme with people like me in England, and they now want me to do a statement. I know where that is leading. And Murray, if he's in the chat, I don't know, because obviously I'm just going to go into your chat and see if he's still there. Murray, if he's in the chat. Tanya is. Hello, Tanya. Yeah, Tanya from Australia. How are you?
Tanya.
How are you?
Hey. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, Murray, I'm just reading your comment. Don't mind me for now. You chat to each other. Hi, I've got your email. Yeah, just finished cooking. I wish you can cook for me, I tell you. Oh, it's been one of those few days. But if you ever, yeah, I've got your number and I was going to give you a call later, Murray, if you're around, okay? So, and Tanya, it's a temporary fix on the door. I'll email you back. I'm just saying I know if that's all right. Oh, Christina, I tell you, that's me, Papa.
Yeah.
Do you know, you can't talk about certain subjects with
like I rang somebody I know called Alan, and it's really bad. He gets V2K really bad, and he's
Yeah.
in Torquay, and I don't have the old phone. It's just got hacked and it's broken. Well, it's stolen anyway now, and I don't have
Yeah.
Messenger app, so it's pure luck. I went. Do you know Nappy? He's America. Nappy Roots Head, I think the channel is, but
Yeah.
he just saw his live and I saw the moderator Alan, which I know, and I said, Alan, I need your help.
Yeah.
I just needed to run by what's recently happened by him because he knows how to deal with the bloody police as well, being gaslighted, and he goes through a load of BS himself, and he's in England, and I
Yeah.
just cannot cope with talking to the police on my own. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing I've got. And the dilemma I've got, excuse me, is as I'm being gaslighted by them as well, how the hell do I do a statement? And I
Yeah.
just wanted some advice. He couldn't give me specific advice.
Oh, really?
And it's like, if I don't do the statement, they're going to try and stitch me up with a mental health card anyway. They could do it
Yeah.
anyway. Either way, they could do it anyway.
Yeah.
And and at the same time, it's like a fear factor, isn't it? It's like housing a part of it that want me get me out. What was the what jabby jab, if you know what I mean,
Yeah.
with the National House, offers of certain medical procedures.
Yeah.
And if I got pushed out my home into a care home, they will be force injecting me. And then you know what that can mean by a certain type of side effects of a certain type of procedure without saying too many words for your channel, if you know what I mean. What the world is waking up to, the damaging that's causing the world for certain people. And so when you keep a journal of events, you see the bigger picture. My God, how the hell do I keep my cool to the very gas, not these specific two men, well, man and woman, could be behind. They could have orders to just like trip her up. Watch your body language, seeing he's signed for psychological disorders. And I thought, all this was running through my mind last night, and I just thought, because when that police bloke was saying, oh, we could come in your home to take the statement. Do you think I'm going to let gaslighters in my home to do a police statement when I know the chief of police are behind it all?
Yeah.
No. I said I just was calm and I said I do appreciate that, but I rather it be a neutral. It's never neutral, is it? I said there's a place up the road called the Guildhall building, public building. Even that is going to be daunting, and because they first mentioned the police station, she said I'm going to go in one of those in my wheelchair for them to make up something and twist it all, and suddenly they can easily twist the conversation. I've got nobody with me, right? As a TI, you don't have family. I've got no family to be with me. I tried to get hold of my son yesterday. He wasn't picking up. And you know how they can pose as people online, with the AI technology now. They can post in your chat, they emails and all sorts of technology they can do, which I've started other people seeing it's happening to them. And I noticed they did it to me. So unless I actually can do a video call to my son on WhatsApp, then I know face to face sort of thing. I know it's him. Otherwise, how do I know it's really him? And he wasn't picking it up again. And then I get a message to say that his ex-wife's sister died. Oh, God rest her soul. So I just was trying to be very careful and diplomatic. I said, how are you? And how is she, Sinead? And, I did try to call. But when I post real evidence on Twitter, but I have to be careful because that can be monitor content taken out of context. Especially nowadays. Um, and what I've done is the photos of the door really, and to say how bad the treatment delays of getting it done. I have left out the words of targeting altogether because it seems like they're monitoring everything, not just for me. I don't know if anyone else in England is targeted and seems like that on their social media platforms. But my emails get monitored. You know what they do with all that, don't you? So I didn't get through to my son. And unfortunately, as I said before, I think with the mind control, the MK Ultra, the neuromonitoring, I think they definitely have timed things with him so he's not around when I need the support to contact him. And I have, sometimes we have to learn to deal with things ourselves, which I've been doing for so long anyway. But this recent thing is a bigger picture to it, the robbery. And it just comes across strongly. They're using the break into my flat to get me in the flat. And with all the keys and phones, everything in that bag going, being stolen the way it has. And then want me to do a police statement on top. Well, it's just like in here over my area. I don't know if anyone's heard of Agenda 2030. And where the technology and in England, the future, the policies all changed. So my area in England is the first for England to be a smart city. Okay, and all the policies now has all changed. Everything's changed what they used to do. So that's why I've had to study law to know what the hell's going on with all that. And so it just seemed a bit too timely, where everything's changed again. How services are meant to be provided for people, disabled people, elderly people. We're finding out that since 2020 they had certain injections. I can't mention too much because they've got a court case going. Someone's brought a really massive court case to sue for false injections of a certain type and the side effects and people dying in care homes and disabled people too.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful how I go about things, what I say in any format, because with this recent theft, burglary, stealing my bag and stuff, and then my door being broken in, it just seems like to me, police, housing, healthcare, who else are all linking together now? They call it together, and then the gas stalkers.
Yeah.
So I don't know anyone else has experienced everything like that all in one basket thrown at you all at once. And then if you I wouldn't want this on anyone else's plate at all, especially when you get also V2K.
Yeah.
And because to use a sickening, it's very demonic, isn't it, Christina? I mean, I don't know if you feel that. Yeah. And the only thing, in my opinion, is keeping me going, sheer gut determination and good people like yourselves out there, and people that that do their streams like you, and Tanya, everything's changing. So the spirituality point of view, faith, not traditional religion at all, just our spiritual empath abilities. It's very hard because every time I'm being positive and moving forward, they send this arsehole. Excuse my bluntness. I'm doing all like you said about earlier about turmeric powder and turmeric tea. That's all I've been drinking, because when they target your muscles and your nerves with frequencies. Well, I'll be using that and Devil Claw
to help with the pain and the muscles, and a detoxing. I'm just drinking a tea at the moment, and plenty of water, and there's a mixture of powders, herbal mix of juice. I have to have my food cooked every day fresh, because of home invasions, I get food poisoning. I could come back to my food being tampered with in my fridge. So so it's like I cannot afford to be ill physically, because
Yeah.
I've got paperwork to do. And it's like last night I said to the police, I said, I can't commit to a date to do a police statement at the moment, everything I'm going through. I said,
Yeah.
I got deadlines to meet. I said,
Yeah.
where do they I couldn't say anything about anything what's really going on or targeting,
Yeah.
because every time they do stuff to me during the night and I'm asleep, I wake up late, so I've lost half a day. So I can't do my paperwork and my muscles in my body. Oh my God. So last night it just seemed like a major trigger job to come round without a phone call. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. Look, has anybody else ever experienced them just showing up at your home and you've reported a crime without the targeting subject I'm saying at the moment, and you find that the police, do they do anything for you? Or do they just turn up? Or
Yeah. They
do they
don't do
not believe
anything.
you? Yeah.
Yeah, they'll never do. They're supposed to serve and protect. All these people who are doing this to us, who they work for, are supposed to serve and protect, and they allow scumbags to come in here and, treat me like I'm a peasant, especially if they're coming from another country. Like, that really
Yeah.
pisses me off, that I'm treated like an animal, by my own, by my own people. It's sad. It shouldn't be allowed. These people need to be executed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
they need to
like
be executed.
when Robert Duncan, one of the whistleblowers, it's been going around quite a while, some of the videos, hasn't it? And he
Yeah.
speaks about how they do all this with technology. And it's like, it's like half the brain wants to like think it's not really happening. All this is not happening. But as soon as you're waking up to the knowledge, all this is real. And it's
Yeah.
been going on for a long time. And
Yeah.
people are being unlawfully crucified, targeted for nothing. We haven't done nothing to nobody.
No.
We're just not corruptible.
Yeah.
We have conscience.
They do that.
We
They
wouldn't.
do that to me too, Murray. If I smile anything positive or considerate is what they do to me.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's like I just don't know. It's how do you keep going? How does
Yeah.
anybody keep going? How do
Yeah,
you
I
keep
know.
going, Christina?
It's the story of my life. It's just to keep going. You just got to keep pushing through. I mean, we're really what strength is all about. We're proof.
Yes,
These
yes,
cowards can never do what we do.
yeah. We have the. It doesn't seem like it, because like what happened to me Friday and past days, there's that psychological tactics of pushing the buttons to make me feel like it's all me, it's my fault.
Oh, yeah, they do that to me. Yeah, they do that to me.
Yeah,
It's all their fault. I won't take
yeah,
their blame. I'll never take their
yeah.
blame. They're going to have to clean up
And
their own mess.
excuse me, exactly. And
Yeah.
then it's like, if it wasn't for the blocked repairs of housing, if it wasn't for the setups I'm getting with the in England to take this payment and accuse me of not working with them,
Yeah.
if I didn't have all that on top, then
Yeah.
this incident on Friday, the robbery, then I could deal with that straightforward. I know what I'm doing with them and how to deal with it, idiots, and be careful about it all. But it's made it worse because everything else I'm dealing with on top.
Yeah.
So it's a bit complicated. It's not straightforward.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do I approach this now? Next thing is moving forward. It's like, I thought I was going to try and ring up. Hello, Murray, if you're listening still. I was going to try and ring you up to actually get your point of view because obviously people in England knows how this winking, gaslighting police are part of all this as well. So it's like, excuse me, I keep coughing at the moment. Piece of
Yeah.
apple stuck in my throat. Excuse me, Christina.
You're okay.
Now I've got the apple. It got stuck in my throat.
Yeah.
And I was trying to eat a bit of apple and it went down the wrong hole. But I'm just reading Murray's comments in your chat. But all other things, not your fault, Claire. We're all going for it. Yeah. The point is, and Tanya says, direct energy weapons, MK, Ultra Jet, sometime P2K, Dream. Yes. Do you get that, Christina?
I
But
do. I get all of that.
Dream Trauma.
I get all of that. B2K, Dream Torture, Hologram, Laser, Satellite, Drone Attacks. I get the chemicals. I get scalar waves. I get a lot of the scalar waves. Radio frequency, neural monitoring. It's all day 24/7. My perps act like they have no life. So I get a lot of live broadcasting all day. At this point, I think they're working so hard to just like get rid of me because they've collected all the data I think that they wanted. So it's basically just, I feel like a throwaway kind of. Yeah, it's real
I'm so
disgusting.
sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
No,
these
didn't.
guys ran through me like it was nothing. I'm sure this is, these scumbag criminals make their money. I've seen some of them in Decatur, Southwest, and they look like some real fucking winners. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like some real winners.
Do you know, when I'm not getting triggered and all this on top, and I look at it, the bigger picture logically, what we're all going through in this world, on this earth, with the empath side, this is all, it's okay. They want us to, about the avatar, about the mega data, Elon Musk, all the futuristic bio, turning humans into cyborgs. Bloody hell, mixing DNA, and oh my god, it's just like Frankenstein movie. And it's like the point. Sorry, I'm choking still. The point being is, I'm very good at saying things, but with myself, I don't always remember doing what I say to others. And I always very good at like saying this is a spiritual war, a spiritual battle. Although we'll go through torture, and you just can't keep remembering that because you just have to get through that moment of the day, each minute of the day, each hour of the day. Eventually, when you get a breather, if you do, you realize it is a spiritual war, and we're all spiritual beings, and we're only on this planet, on this earth, temporarily, and it's being taken over by the dark occultist cabal and the bigger picture, and it's not our place.
I was saying the same thing. That's being taken over by the deep state and the cabal.
Yeah. And so anyone that's empath, anyone has connections historically, when I stream a website on my chats, and recently I'm badly hacked. So Tanya, Murray, you know that, because when you try to join, you can't hear me and I'm badly hacked. This is how desperate they are. Because you could tell if you get badly hacked or compromised, these demonic entities and souls, I've seen them. I don't you've seen it yourself, Christina.
I can see them. I see them.
Can you? Yeah.
Yeah, I can see all of them. I can see right through all of them. They try to portray to be the, certain whatevers and try to act like they're this, that, and the other, and I can see right through all their bullshit.
I see through it's really eerie actually. When I see through because I've never used to be that bloody good at seeing through the souls, in the eyes.
Yeah.
And Mo Smith is one of my moderators. He's got a really good playlist on that subject. In America, he's based. He doesn't do chats. He's a moderator for different people, and I've known him for a while. And he's always seems to have that spiritual. He's a very spiritual man, and
Yeah.
he's always seemed to know for some reason when I'm not able to get through in my lives. He will put a spiritual empowerment video links, and that
Yeah.
would literally switch my negativity I might be feeling into the positive spiritual light. And that brings me back to the fighting me, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah.
Because it's like since the robbery, I've been like, oh my god, it's just like I was focusing yesterday. I knew what I need to do. As soon as I bloody closed up my bloody door, it's like brought it all back again, and I couldn't sleep at all. I've had about 3 hours sleep because it's a trauma,
Yeah.
reliving it. And I tried to put on the positive, and then it was must be a spiritual energy coming through technology side. And I saw Nappy's live, and I saw Alan in there, and then of course having a chat with him, and then I saw you live just now when I was having something to eat, and I saw Tanya and Murray, hello, in the chat. It's just it's no coincidence. So it's this wonderful spiritual energy amongst us all empaths. Now, whether people define oneself as an empath or not, we all got a spiritual essence about us, our gifts. It doesn't feel like it. You don't always remember it because of what you're going through. But if I've got through the attempted murder, the serious assaults,
Yeah, this is murder. Like what? No matter what they say, it's murder. It's homicide. It's manslaughter. It's rape. It's all of the above. They try to sugarcoat everything, and I won't let them do it no more. Like what you're doing is murder.
Yeah. What I find, what Maurice does made a very good comment. Murray, I need you to read that today. He's put in your chat. Sorry to hear that, Tanya. Yeah, me too, Tanya. For you. This is what my late mum used to say, okay? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah.
And I haven't heard that phrase in years. Because when my mum died in 2018, she always used to say that, and all these years I would have a bad time. Before I knew I was a TI, she would say that phrase. So, Murray, you're very good at putting things like that in a positive light. So, we'll appreciate that. I do. And reading your comment. It goes on, you makes you stronger, and we are all so strong and powerful, and that's why we are targeted. Yes. Stay, and he says, stay social with others you trust. Unfortunately, I've got no one in that I trust. They've got to them already, every single one. And others you trust, and stay busy. Busy is where they are trying to, with that subject, his comment is spot on. If you got anyone you trust left, brilliant. If you got your family members left, brilliant. I have nobody left. They've got my son, they distracted him. Apart from my personal carers. This makes it a bit complicated. My personal carers can only do the basic cleaning and caring. They can't do my paperwork for me.
Yeah.
They can't sit in on a meeting with the police for me. And that's what I find frustrating. And that's why it's like, breathe and try and get a cup of tea, and then focus on keeping yourself eating healthy, detoxing, all these practical little things, which I try and do. But when you're MK Ultra, like I can't speak what it's like for P2K. How do you remember to keep going, knowing that they're triggering the thoughts in your head with their technology? Because these negative experiences can trigger anything off, and MK Ultra, for me, for example, is what they're doing at the moment. And I'm going to try and keep going, so I won't be here long because I'll need to get freshed up. And what they want you to do is stay around in your dressing gown all day. And the time goes, and without you realizing it, it's like, oh my God, time's gone. But what's the time for you, Christina, in America? Is it morning or am I gone again? See if I can type.
Okay. Can you guys hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm
Just
just
a minute. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I think they're hacking me as well. Yeah, I can see what they're doing on my phone. Let me just have a look.
Yeah, Tanya, I get the forced speech as well.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're always trying to hit my heart, and they try to do a lot of damage, like to my chest, my head. It's really bad. But they try to psychic drive a lot of their shenanigans. Like, it gets real scary, and then they try to get like real close to me, and their broadcastings, like they always want to be around me, and like I just want them to fuck off, dude. Excuse my language.
no, don't. I'll tell you, I can totally relate. Because that is right. I mean, anybody wants to join in? Christine's put the chat and a link in her chat. Sorry, I'm just promoting your stream. Yeah, the forced speech. Oh my goodness, they do it in when I try doing email or anything, especially when I'm trying to shortly, I'll be up late doing my documents again. And it's just the same stuff I'm going to resend because they're just messing me about, these public servants in UK, trying to force, they're creating fraud to take. If I put it this way, Christina, right? If I could take £14,900, do you think I'll take it?
Yeah.
Of course I would.
Yeah.
But how it works in England, they know, fortunately, that the judges are creating the fraud, and what they're saying to me all this time, it's been a pattern of hell. I didn't know all this stuff years ago, what I know now, because I've studied contract law, trust law, many subjects related, put it that way. So I know what I'm doing with the paperwork, okay? So when they are triggering me, I've noticed, and then May Smith in the emails would say, your email's not making sense. So when I go recheck it, I am being, I don't know what other technology they're using on me to making sure that my spelling is all messed up.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking to put in the email was not coming out as it is in the email. So before I send anything, I have to proof check it and stuff all again. And especially when I'm typing up any letter. And I got my computer wiped completely 6 months ago. So all my important data was wiped. So luckily I kept hard copies off the computer. When they do home invasions, the first thing they go for is my laptop, and they break it. So and they put, no matter what I've done, I've gone into the programs, I can't clean it. I can't afford a new one. So after now the theft, I mean, I've saved up my money to buy these. I had a phone for banking. I had a phone for the family if my son called me. This is the only one the one I'm using because it's newer, and I
Yeah.
had it 6 months. They hacked it within 6 months. The brand new second-hand phone I just bought, they hacked that in 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, and then of course, if they do that, there's nothing compared to what they're doing, hacking our minds and all the technology, is it? Really. So
Yeah.
it's no joke. It's just like I'm trying to do documents. I've got deadlines to meet. I missed a deadline, by the way. I think they've done the burglary, robbed me in this time period, so I will be delayed. So I just have to try and put the terminology and words together again, and just send out what I already sent out on my affidavit to these court people to make it clear that I can make a decision. Put it this way, Christina, you would have to laugh at this in a way. It's not laughable when you're living for it, but the
Yeah.
way I'm making it up clutching at straws, the
Yeah.
terminology. Oh, there might be something wrong with her mental health. She might struggle to understand the consequences of rejecting the 14,000. She might need to have a mental capacity at assessment to determine whether she has the mental ability to make a decision. What? You what? And when that all started, assumptions being made, I did my 5-page tight affidavit, rebutted every single point. Provide that evidence. Where does that come from? Where does it imply? One of the comments was, it's her style of context in her writing. What? Don't forget, everything's typed up. It's not handwritten. So that judge is making it all up as he goes along to because their system in England with they've all worked together, as I said, the police, Ministry of Justice, public servants in this program, they're all working together, aren't they? So not sure how it works in different countries because obviously I don't live there. I'm not sure his system works, but over here they're all bloody in it together. So I have to be careful and keep out the words and subjects with the targeting. I have to keep it in their own policy word documents, if you know what I mean. So it doesn't. So they know I know, of course, what's going on, but I have to respond in such a way that it comes across coherently. So they can't use a mental health card on me.
Yeah.
So of course, what with the robbery on top, just now, since Friday, well, Thursday's date, just gone into date. It's like they want to monitor how I respond. Is she capable of handling her financial affairs? Well, I've proved that already. I've done all that. So I thought, well, if I mentioned the reason I'm delayed in getting back to your invitation offer, and again I have to reject it, is because I'm sustained a theft, and I have to word it in such a way like, I'm dealing with that in the best accord that one is able to in the circumstances, and thank you for your kind offer. I just refer you back to my affidavit of that this is the reason why I reject the offer. And my psychological well-being is, as it's always been, nothing's changed in that regard. Thank you. But you are incorrect yet again to your public servants in my area, and ceasing to cease from causing me alarm and distress. And I deem this now unlawful harassment. And I'll refer you back to your oath for office of alliance when you took up your bar association membership. So I've wrote some notes already before everything happened, and I was going to word it carefully in such a way, because you're dealing with individuals that don't give it monkeys, especially if you're on this you know, when they can alterate your data on databases, and anything can be written up about you. And if you have interactions with these agents, the public servants, the police, the court system, or whatever, like so many people's already exposed, they can lie, make up anything about you. And especially people in my situation with physical disabilities already and the PTSD already. So they can just twist everything, regardless of whether you do your correct wording, your correct documents, or paperwork. And so it seemed like to me with the robbery was just an added thing, just to test my response. Yeah. So because when I had that cold call by housing officer at my door, which I didn't even know about it, I'm in bed half asleep, and I got a tip off by a nosy neighbour that if it's a genuine offer, I would have had an email or letter put through the door. I would have had an email or a letter or card being put through the door. It would. It was just a perp that he has been gaslighting me with the housing for years anyway, and I knew it was part of that. Plus, it was a full moon.
Yeah.
You know. So anyway. Well, what are you up to today then? I mean, the time difference for you, is it morning time for you?
For me, it's 11:11 right now on the dot. Yeah, it's 11:11 a.m. I do have to go to work today, but I'm going in later today from like 3 to 8 p.m. I am under the weather right now, but you know, nothing stops me.
Good
Not
on
even,
you.
not even the Illuminati and their demonic peasants. Like they will not stop me. I will keep going. They don't want me to go to work, but they can just, you know.
Yeah, that's
I'm going to work no matter what. No
Do you get
virus will ever stop. No cold, no flu, no virus. I will keep going. Yeah, they really want to do a number. Yeah, they want me to stop working, but they want me in a situation where, you know, I'm without. And as long as I still have my 2 feet, you know, that'll never happen.
Exactly. Well done. Exactly.
I'm definitely a fighter, and they watch that fight in me every day. You know, I fight for what I love, you know.
Exactly.
I'm not, you know, I'm not a fighter, but I'll fight for what I love. And when I fight, you'll see, like I'll fight with everything in me, and there'll be no backing down. So they get really disgruntled and besides themselves when I keep on going. They get really upset.
Yeah, I bet, because that is what it is. It's like in England, they're trying out the like they got in China, you know, that people are being a credit score, a credit monetary system. I can't remember the title now. Yeah, and they want people to be reliant on the state for their income. So imagine that movie, Fifth Element. You know, all that technology, flying cars, and then you're sitting in a room with a virtual headset on, playing whatever games, pretending you're in. Do you remember that video game, Second Life? And you have that virtual headset on, and you're sitting in that room, and you're like, your digital world is online, and that's where you live your life. But in reality, you're sitting in a room with your takeaway pizza and living off the state. I joke about it, but it's like when I could call my son, he's getting into that mega data world, and I'm saying, he says, I've got a digital. This is how he said it, right? This is one warning sign. Oh, I just can't believe he said it, though. But he doesn't see it. You see the bigger who's behind all this. He says, I've got a digital me, and I've got the real me. And I said to him, what do you mean? And then it explained what explained. And what I just described, because I reworded it, but he mentioned that to me. And that reminded me of these sci-fi movies I used to watch. So in history, all those sci-fi movies, like The Fifth Element, and like the pre-crime majority report, you know, and thought police, you know, in that scripts, all these scripts in these futuristic movies, it's like they've been telling us the Illuminati all along, haven't they? And testing out their technology on us. And here we are, we're living in reality of it all. So let's have, oh, did you hear about that case? Somebody's trying to get going in Belgium.
Really?
For the, yeah, I didn't know much about it. Yeah, there was in England a guy called Roy was he didn't do it Sunday night, a Zoom meeting. Somebody, I've forgotten what she's called now. She's in England. Haven't got her details. Said there's an organisation. There's two of them. One was American, and they were linking up with somebody, lawyers in Belgium, trying to bring a class action, set up a GoFundMe page. But when I looked into them before everything happened to me recently, you need to pay money to join the website first. Who's got that? If you're homeless and you ain't got no job, and also another fee to join the class action. Well, or I know about law, so I questioned about the pro bono, how in England, for example, it works to the lady. Oh, no disrespect to her, I'm sure she means well. And I pointed out to her, no, just because you can pay for that, there's other genuine people that are on disability, that are homeless, whatever this financial situation is, they may not be able to do that. So I hope it goes well, but if it comes any success out of that case in Belgium for target individuals and compensation, if it does, then that will set a precedent for the rest of different countries. But as we know, this experimental, this technology, they won't stop until they get the end results. It's not just, people are trying their best to find a solution in the law for different countries. But I know in England how their system works. I'm not an expert, I just know some things. And because what, like Maurice said earlier in this comment, when you're dealing with a cabal, the Freemasonry, the Illuminati, they won't want you to get any remedy. So this is where I'll go back to the spirituality point. So yeah, it's like, you're very good what you just said, Christine. I won't keep you because you're getting ready for work. But yeah, just thanks everybody that's popped in, and nice to see you. I'm just going to go into your chat, say hello again. Melissa, hello. Murray, hello. Just reading this comment quickly. They showed me an x-ray of a healthy shoulder. Bloody hell. You see, we're all going our own situations, aren't we? Tanya, I'm just saying hello to everybody in your chat. Hello, Knowledge says this is tortured and more the direct energy technology. Anybody I missed, I'm saying hello and goodbye at the same time. Thank you for letting me join, Christina.
You're welcome, sister.
Oh, blessings to you. We gotta keep going. And she's doing a great job. We're all trying to get by. And I'll try and do a live later, but I've got to do some paperwork. And if I think I might be hacked, so if I upload a video, then I'll just upload a video. Let me know, Murray. He's in the chat by email if you can when you're around. Have a chat sometime. And Tanya, you're in the. Do you do Christina? Do you do the Telegram? Do you use the application, the Telegram group? You know, the Telegram app, I should say. Do you use it at all? I only say that because there are a few of us in different parts of the world who's set up, somebody in Israel originally set it up, global targeted group, but I just Oh, I've also set up a couple of groups in there. I haven't done much about it. It's just a way of different
Yeah.
communication other than phones. It's cheaper. And then people could talk on they could talk on video, they could talk on text or whatever, and sharing pictures and stuff. So it's a good way of sharing evidence, isn't it? Just wondered if you knew about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think about enough. I've talked your ears off, I think.
You're okay. Yeah, you're
It's
okay,
lovely
sister.
to talk to you. You have a blessed day.
You
And
too, sister. Thanks for coming on.
you're welcome. Thank you for letting me join. Take
It was
care.
good to hear your
Been
voice. Stay
wonderful.
strong and take care.
And you. Bye now.
Bye. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and hop off here, get ready for work. I love you guys. Stay strong on the battlefield. Don't give up.